Hey everybody, it's Missy again. Thanks for joining me today. I'm back with a new layout for the Hip Kit Club, and this is my third layout using the 2017 February kits. And I'm going to create a grid design today. I've already done a little bit of work here. I chose 4 pattern papers from the kits that I thought looked really nice together. I love that dark blue, the mint teal, light green color, and the pop of bright pink. And I went through the die cuts and I picked out some of the tags from Pretty Little Studio that Claudia designed, and then some of the crepe paper ephemera die cuts. And I was just looking for things that contained those 3 main colors. So I'm using the Geo Heart cut file that Zinnia created, and if you go to the Hip Kit website and look under the Downloads tab and you are a registered member of the website, you should be able to get all of the cut files. And I went ahead and cut these on my Cameo, and I made 4 smaller hearts of the same size, and I'm going to use that as a starting point for my layout. And I'm going to use this really pretty light mint teal color cardstock, and that's in the cardstock kit. I can't remember the exact name of the color, but it's in the cardstock kit. And I'm going to use these 2 small black and white pictures of me and my oldest daughter, and I think they look really cute. I think we were in the doctor's office waiting for the doctor one day, taking cute selfies. So I love those kind of everyday random moment type of pictures. So I'm going to add some stuff to the background here, and I'm going to start with white gesso and just use a credit card to smudge it down and use my hands. I just want a lot of the center of the layout to be kind of lighter and faded looking, and this is not only going to give me a little bit of a white background to work with, but it's also going to prime my cardstock for when I start to add liquid to it. And I still want the background to look minty teal, and so, or whatever color that is, light green, and so I don't want to cover it completely up, but I am going to add some of the shimmers paints that come in this month's color kit. That's the acrotones. We got the pink color, the blue, and the white, and I'm just going to squirt a little bit onto some plastic packaging, add a little bit of pink spray shimmers from my stash, a little bit of water, and just use the packaging technique. My goal here for this is just to get some messy watercolor splotches on the background. That's the blue color. I'm going to add the white. I got too much there, of course. I'm going to lighten up the blue a little bit, and that's just too much to flip over and do the packaging technique. So I get out another piece of plastic, and I'm going to add some of the Jenny B blue, or that's not Jenny B blue, that's Well Blue Me Down. And just try to add some color here. I want to try to add the same colors that I have already cut in the hearts. So I'm going to add some pinks, some blues, a little bit of aqua. And this looks totally different once it's dry, and they're not the exact colors of what I have in the hearts, but it winds up looking very nice, I think. So I decided to change up a little bit of the color and add some gelato. I wanted to get a little bit different shades in there, and gelatos are perfect for that, because especially since my paint is still wet, I can just scribble some on and then use my finger to smudge it, and you can see how that's working there. It works really nicely, and since the gesso was on first, that's a big help for helping the gelatos blend and smudge very smoothly. So I tried to put the pink area where I'm going to put a different color heart, and then I'm going to put the pink heart down over where I'm doing the blue, and so the colors are going to be all kind of spread out all over the background. And like usual, a lot of this is going to be covered up with the hearts and the pictures, but you're still going to be able to see quite a bit of it, because I'm not going to back the hearts with anything. A lot of times when we do cut files like this, we use other pattern paper to back the open spots, but on this one I'm going to leave them open, and I want them to I want you to be able to see through them, all of the mixed media on the background, kind of like that. I love how that looks. Totally changes the look of everything, because when you start doing mixed media on a background like that right there, it just looks like a big splotchy mess, but it totally transforms when you add your things back on top of it. And, you know, you can always cover something up. You can always add some more gesso to it if you think you did too much or you don't like it. It's just fun to experiment and get some color down. So I'm going to add a little bit of a darker teal color here, just a little bit on the open spots, just to add some hints of a darker teal color, but I don't want it to be green. And I actually toyed with the idea of adding yellow into this layout, but then I thought, no, if I add a little bit of yellow here and there, then I'm going to have to add yellow everywhere. And so I challenged myself to just stick with the darker blue, the pink, and the mint. And I really like how it turned out. I think the color scheme is pretty. So I think I've got most of the background done. You know me, I have to go back and forth, but for now I think it's finished. So I'm going to add a little bit of tissue paper behind my pictures for a start, and then I'm going to start working on layering, and I'm going to use some of these crepe paper pieces here. And like I said before, I mainly just chose those because of the colors. And I'm going to use some of this as layers. And I really wanted to use one of the butterflies with the fringe, but it was too big. It didn't work. Because what I'm trying to do here is create small clusters on the two hearts where the photos are going to be. And I tried to work in the tags, but they just didn't work either for this design. This is the sticker book from the Oh My Heart collection. I am going to come back to that shortly too. And then I'm going to use the specialty paper that was in the paper kit. So if you got the paper kit, you not only got all duplicates of the papers that are in the main kit, but you also got a specialty paper from Oh My Heart. And that's going to come back here on the screen in just a few minutes. I'm going to add in some of the crepe paper floral stickers. There's so many beautiful floral elements in the kits this month, and at first I wasn't going to use any flowers since I've used flowers on my other two layouts, but they just went with it and they looked beautiful, and so I said, you know what, I'm going to use the flowers. I'm going to measure to make sure my hearts are straight on and go ahead and glue those down, and this is definitely going to be a grid. And this is a good way to demonstrate that you can still have a nice and neat and perfectly straight type of design, but also messy in the background at the same time. So you've got messy meets perfectly straight. So I decided my title is going to be this little piece, and that's the specialty paper I was talking about. If you think my hands are full, you should see my heart. And so I don't make you watch this because this is extremely boring to watch, but I am going to fussy cut out almost all of those words, and that is going to serve as my title. Because I thought it was cute because I'm, you know, my daughter, I'm hugging her and she's in my hands, and then, you know, I can just hear her squealing and laughing and us just cuddling and being silly together. And so I thought this is the perfect title for this. And I'm sorry about the glare, but that rose gold is super shiny in the Oh My Heart collection. So I'm going to add these thickers that are so pretty for two of the words. I'm going to use them for hands and heart. And so I'm going to break the title up into the upper right area and the lower left area. And it's hard to read it, but you'll be able to see it later. It's just too shiny right now, but if you think my hands are full, you should see my heart. And I love that. I think that is the most precious sentiment. So I'm going to come in and add some tangled thread in pink and blue behind my pictures, and I am going to glue down those words. I know they're crooked, but I just wanted to leave them as is for now to make sure I didn't want to add anything around them or under them. And when I'm unsure of something, I move on to something else, and so that's what I'm going ahead and trying to finish up the layering and the thread work behind the pictures. And that little circle really doesn't have to do with anything, but it's it matches. It's got the pink and it's got the blue, and so I'm going to use it. And I'm also going to use this cute little plus sign banner piece. I actually wasn't sure if I liked it or not. I left it there for a while. And I do keep it there, but for a while I thought, I don't know if I like that or not. But I wound up liking it. So I'm going to start to glue down or tape down some of the ephemera, and I've got my pictures like I like it. I'm going to go ahead and add some foam behind it to give them a little bit of dimension. And I like the way the photos are overlapping the hearts, but you can still tell that they're hearts. So I finally broke into this pattern paper, the beautiful butterfly paper. I've been swooning over it and drooling over it since I got it in the kit, and I've just been hoarding it. So I decided to, stop doing that. Just use some of those butterflies. And I'm going to cut 3 of them and use them as layers behind parts of the title sides, or not sides, corners. And I picked butterflies that had the blue and the pink in them since they match. And I've got 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom there. And I didn't want to add too much more to that area because I didn't want to cover up any more of the hearts, and I just felt like it was starting to get on the busy side. I'm going to add in a couple more of those really shiny rose gold stickers from the Oh My Heart collection. I've got a couple of the flowers, and then I'm going to use some of the hearts. And this little piece I'm going to cut in half. It says love you, and then there's a little flower. So I've decided I like the way that looks. I'm going to go ahead and start to glue all of those pieces down. I'm going to glue the butterfly down, and then I'm going to come in with the letters. So that's all glued down. It's not going to move, and so I'm going to come back in with more of the rose gold foil stickers, and these are the little hearts. I'm just going to randomly stick them in a couple places, and then I'm going to use this little sticker that says #MomLife because I thought that was cute, and it was the perfect pink. Couple of chipboard pieces, and that's from crepe paper. I believe that's the Maggie Holmes. And I was just looking for little hearts that were either teal, gold, or pink. I'm going to add a couple of these little sentiment stickers. That's also from Maggie Holmes crepe paper. And one of the last things I'm going to do is add some gold color shine. I didn't do any journaling on this because it was just one of those fun moments, and I felt like the title set a lot of it. But there is the final page. I love how this turned out. I love how the background really makes the hearts pop off the page. I love this color scheme. I love, love, love. I did some stitching through the title, the 2 chipboard words also there, the thickers. I forgot to mention that. And I also stitched around the hearts. I forgot to mention that. How did I forget that? Anyway, there you can see it. It's all nice and gold and shiny. So let me know if you have any questions about any of the kits, the products, the techniques, anything at all. This was super fun to make. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.